Hello Maths 1314 students, welcome to STEM Algebra. Let's begin Lesson 1, Elementary Equations. Everything here in Lesson 1 is elementary. They're all reviews. We went through everything here in elementary algebra and then in intermediate algebra. There's actually one topic that I'm not 100% certain, and there may be some students who are new to that. Other than that single topic, which I'll emphasize later, it shows up in section 3 later. Other than that, everything will be a review here, so let's move on quickly. Let's begin with the simplest type, the linear equations, and please remember this basic strategy. Denominators, parentheses, like terms. I may have to repeat this multiple times, maybe 100 times. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. We have two problems here. Do you see any denominators? No. No parentheses. Okay, so we begin with like terms. And let's just go ahead with like terms. So we have 3x minus 4 and 5 plus x, excuse me. And then 3x and then this x. Those are like terms. And then this 4 and then 5, no x. Those are like terms. To be a little bit more precise, as a matter of fact, this 4 is not just 4 but negative 4. Remember, the sign is part of the next number. And then from here, let's go ahead and solve this. Let's keep like terms together. 3x minus x and 5 was there before, plus 4. Are you comfortable with this? Flip this x to the other side by subtracting x from both sides. So what do you get? You get sign change. Change the side, change the sign. 5 was there before, flip this negative 4 to the other side by adding 4 to both sides. So that results in sign change. Change the side, change the sign. So what do you have in the end? 2x is equal to 9, therefore x is 9/2. The final division will yield 9/2. How about the next problem? Well, we have a little bit more complicated like term structure, but essentially the same type. No denominator, no parentheses, just like terms, and we are looking at just white terms and then constant terms, no other. If you use color coding like this, that's fine too, or you can use other strategy if you want. In any case, taking the like terms is a key technique here. Stop the playback and go ahead. What do you get? Did you get it? Let's see, 2y plus 3y, so 5y, and then minus 1, and then 6 was there before, 5y, and then minus 2y, so plus 3y. Okay, 5y in the left hand side, and then flip this 3y to the other side. So we change the sign. And then 6 was there before, and then flip this negative 1 to the other side. So in the end, what do you get? We get 2y equals to 7. Y is 7/2 after the final division. So that's gonna be your answer. Let's see, what do I have here in the answer key? Yeah, exactly the same, except for color coding. So color coding makes this thing a little bit better. How about this one here? Yes, exactly the same thing. This time I didn't do the coloring, so it's no better. What's over here is equally as good. And that was the simplest possible type. But then again, you ain't seen nothing yet actually. If you start from like terms, that's easy. Now what if you start from parentheses, like these examples? Do you see any denominators? None. Parentheses? Yes. So you have to start from here, from step 2. How'd you do that? Let's talk about that. Let's put some space in between. Okay, first, no denominator, so you have to break up parentheses. And then let's break it up. 4 times 3x, 12x, and 4 times 2, 8. All good? And then right hand side, -1, all right. -2 times 2x, -4x. And then 2 times 7, 14. All good? So basically what did I do? So distribute 4 times 3, 4 times 2, so 12, 8. Yeah, that's what I did. And then here, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 7, 14. So basically that's what I did. All good? Wrong. Find out my mistake. Something is wrong, find out. What did I do wrong? This one here is incorrect. There is a sign mistake right here. Why? As a matter of fact, this subtracting this 2 times something, this one as a matter of fact is actually multiplying by -2. The sign is part of the next number. So in order to do this distribution right, I have to do it this way. So circle the entire number including the sign and distribute it to 2x. That'll give me -4x. So far so good. And -2 times -7, so we have +14. I missed a second because I didn't circle the entire coefficient including the sign. I neglected that previously, and that led to a mistake. Of course, if you really get comfortable with all these, and then you may skip those kind of things, but if you are mistake prone, then do not skip this. Circle the entire coefficient including the sign and then draw these arcs to do this distribution. If you have positive sign, then no problem because there's no sign change to worry about. If you have negative coefficient, I strongly advise you to do this and make yourself comfortable with these kind of things. And then later, if you successfully cut down all those mistakes, then you may end up skipping some steps, but not at this moment, not yet. So that's how you can break up your parentheses. And then after that, taking the like terms shouldn't be too bad, right? So x plus 12x, so 13x minus 8, and then let's see, 84x, and then plus 13. Alright, flip the 13x and then flip it to the other side, 4x, 13 plus 8. Is everything okay? Change the side, change the sign. So in the end, what do you get? We have 17x equals 21. And alright, let's go ahead to the final division. X is 21 divided by 17, and that's gotta be the answer. Divide this 27 away. Alright, this is multiplication, 17 times x. So in order to undo the multiplication, you have to divide. So that's my answer. 12, oh no, not 12, sorry about that, 21 over 17. Is that the answer? Yes, it is. That's the answer. I did exactly the same thing as here. But as a matter of fact, I like this answer down here a bit better because all the equalities are aligned. Anyway, that's how you deal with correct breakup. How do you break up your parentheses? If you're not mistake prone, okay, but if you are mistake prone, then find a way to protect yourself from stupid mistakes. Circling the entire number, including the sign, that's gonna be a good way to control it. Here's another problem, and I'll give you some time. Stop the playback and do it on your own and see if you did it right. Did you get it right? Let's see, let's go ahead and break up these parentheses. 2z minus 4 times 3, 12. And then 4 times 5, 20z, and 6. And then 2 times negative 3, minus 6. And then 2 times z. So we get this, right? No, I did it again. This negative 4 here should be distributed to this 3 and also to this 5z. So negative 4 times 5z is negative 20z. So this is wrong. This double underlined part is wrong. You have to correct it. Now everything looks good. And then, oh, actually one more. Character should be z. Okay, alright. Now let us take the like terms together and simplify. 2z minus 20z is negative 18z. And then minus 12. And then 6 minus 6 is 0. So 2z. Okay, alright. Now, I can flip this 2z to the other side, but this time I want to flip this negative 18z to the other side. The reason I want to do that is because I want to get positive coefficient. That's why. So what do I have? Negative 12 equals to 20z. Did I do this right? Negative 18 flipped over. So dividing 2 from both, negative 6 is equal to 10z. No, that's not enough. Dividing by 4. So 3 is equal to 5z. Therefore, z is negative 3/5. That's what I got. Is that the answer? Let's check. Negative 3/5 is correct. So this is done right. Remember, how do you break up your parentheses, especially when negatives are flying around? Circle the entire coefficient, including the sign, and then distribute. Later, you may want to skip this arcs, but circling the entire number, keep that, including the sign, and then if you get really comfortable, then you can think about skipping some steps. But don't start it that way. Alright, so much for the first elementary examples. Let's come back and resume it to a little bit harder problems. See you soon.